That's all he's got. That's never high.
Don't play football!
Hey, Cock, get up, mate.
Don't complain! Run faster next time! Catch a little bit, boys. Yeah, yeah.
You know, accent.
Hi, welcome to Man Met Matchday Live. We've got women's lacrosse for you coming up now. MMU versus Liverpool. Starting with the face-off. Your commentary team today is myself, Edward Tucker, and I've got Benji Galab next to me as well.
Should be an exciting game, this. The last women's lacrosse game, I think, ended in a last-minute winner.
And I think there's been an instant goal there for Liverpool. Ran straight into the MMU end and straight into the back of the net. So that's 1-0 straight off the bat, 15 seconds in. Just waiting to get some team news for you, as we didn't get any before the game. So back to the face-off again. So second face-off. Liverpool take it again straight away. Good little passing movement. Looking to open up that space. Oh, she couldn't quite catch that pass though. And MMU pick up the ball for the first time in the game.
The early goal actually is what happened last time with MMU women's, but they were the one who scored it. It's kind of flipped on them this time.
Yeah, it's a real quick game across. If you switch off for a second, you can concede very easily. And MMU on the attack here, looking to make it an equaliser. Just trying to work out that space out wide. Yeah, had a bit of a crash course last week from our guest Kira. As you were saying, when it comes to defending, it's a lot of zonal until they come in too close, and then you do a bit more man marking setup. The women's game is a little bit different from the men's as well. You are not allowed contact, but as someone who's witnessed a few women's games now, there is definitely contact, but it's not quite as severe as
Yeah,
the men's.
there's little ways to get around it.
Yeah, there's definitely a few sticks to faces. And you running with the ball here, just keeping it down the Liverpool end. Looking to open up that space. Number 6 from you here, the little run behind the goal.
What referee's called something here?
Yeah, I think he thought the MMU player was blocking the Liverpool defender for a second there. So Liverpool back on the ball now.
Apologies for the audio if you are hearing anything. It is just from the rugby game that is being played at the same time here.
Liverpool charge straight down to the MMU end, looking for that space. Great pass. Ooh,
Just
shot wide there. So, Benji, if you don't know, when the ball goes out the back, it's actually whoever is closest to the ball that gets it afterwards, no matter who's put it out.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's an interesting game across. I'm only just learning the rules, but it is actually a very interesting game, and they may have a new fan in me. So Liverpool with the ball here behind the MMU goal.
Yeah, she's running around looking for the shot. She takes it off.
Just wide. See Liverpool again there, were closest to the ball behind, so they get to pick it up again. And you probably want to put someone behind there just so they don't keep conceding chances from behind their own goal. Liverpool just passing it around, looking for that opening. Little pass behind the goal.
It looks like they're always in a position to shoot in these games. Like everywhere you are, it looks like you can do a quick darting run, take a shot.
Yeah, shot can really come out of nowhere in the cross as well. We had a beauty last week behind the back from one of the lads. Did a little fake and did a little round the back flick shot. It was perfect top corner. So hopefully we could see a little nice goal like that again today. Liverpool looking very dominant here with the ball. There seems to be no MMU women behind the goal there trying to pick up the ball, which may be a tactical mistake because Liverpool looked happy to use that area.
Yeah, a little bit of lost possession there. Liverpool did they actually drop the ball, but MMU just couldn't pick it up. And here's Liverpool on the attack, back out wide.
I thought there was a foul from the defender there, getting into the attacker's space, which is not allowed.
Yeah,
I
looks
believe
like a penalty.
Yeah, it is for Liverpool. Still a lot of pressure on the MMU goal here. They'll definitely be hoping to get this out sooner rather than later.
We have to give props to them right now. Even though there's a lot of pressure, it's only 1-0. You'd think it'd be a lot more with the amount of pressure that they're receiving here.
Yeah, they don't want to concede too many in this first quarter and make the rest of the game very difficult for themselves. I think they are lacking a few subs this game as well, so it's definitely very tiring for the MMU team. Tried a little shot there from Liverpool, but I think it came off the keeper's head. Still keeping the ball here, Liverpool, looking very good.
To the edge of the box. Top
2-0. Liverpool looking very dominant here. 2-0 in 5 minutes. I mean, you need to back up their ideas because this could get a lot worse. Oh, unless I don't know if he's actually given it.
Oh, it doesn't seem like it has been given. It seems like it's been given as a penalty, but converts the penalty anyways.
And I think they've reset it again. The ref clearly not happy with something. Passing it around. Oof, a little save there, a little touch out from the keeper, and MMU pick up the ball. They need to use this well now. They've not had much of it so far, and you really don't want to lose it quickly when you've only just got it.
Liverpool right back in possession again.
And lots of space. 2-0, there you go. Liverpool just looking so much sharper than MMU right now. The MMU girls are not looking happy, but Liverpool are playing very well, and it is 2-0 in 6 minutes.
Just the amount of pressure that they've been put on them here is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's tough as well with Lacrosse. You can only have a certain amount of players in each end of the field. So you only have 7 defenders, including the goalkeeper. So I think that front 2 or 3 players at MMU are probably freezing out there waiting for something to come their way. So here's a face-off again. Liverpool win it again. That number 25 for Liverpool seems very seems like a key player in their team. She's getting on the ball a lot. And they're going for another quick shot there. Not quite.
I believe that was a really good save from the keeper, right in her face. Just managed to save it. Back to the keeper in possession now.
The keeper only has 10 seconds here before they have to move the ball out of their area as well. So she can't waste too much. And she goes for a big throw out. Not quite caught by 24 for MMU there.
But MMU are in possession for the first time in the opposition's half. Hopefully she can push through. Which is number 5.
Yeah, big run here. Chance for
Still
MMU.
behind the net. Out to number 6.
MMU definitely needs to try and score from this chance just so they can keep themselves in the game, not get too disheartened.
Yeah, they've got a lot of pressure going on here, but not much space to take open a shot.
Yeah, Liverpool so far seem like a very good team and just not quite getting the ball back there for Liverpool. Well held for MMU, number 14.
She's out on the edge of the box here. See if she can bring it in a bit closer to the net. She's just looking for options here and just went for the easy option, number 3. Here we go, making a darting run into the box. Right in front of the keeper, but 2 defenders stopping her run.
Tries a little pass off flick up to lead to a shot, but it doesn't quite come off for MMU there. Ref seen something he doesn't like though. Okay, so the MMU team I've just seen is Millie Johnson and Neve Reville are sharing captaincy. Abby Littlejohns, Phoebe Blakely Crew, Grace Collins, Emily Donaldson, Ellie Candlish, Evie Middleton, Kat Wage, Liz Llewellyn, Panka Veres and Alicia Brown in goal. The Liverpool team is Florence Johnson, number 56, Sade McGrath, 28, Eve Gould, 8, Amy Rogers, number 39, Georgina Goodwin, 77, Maisie Taylor, 88, Ella Appleyard, 33, Lucy Adshead, 29, Lottie Hay, number 11, Maddie Hillier, number 4, Hannah Briggs in goal, number 42.
Sorry to break you up there, but it's just been another goal for the Liverpool women's.
No
up
problem.
to 3-0 now.
3-0 for Liverpool women's. It's not looking good for MMU so far. They've got to try and keep their heads in the game here and not let this slip away from them too much, but Liverpool looking very dominant.
After all that pressure from MMU, they lost possession and then straight away Liverpool on the counter attack and they managed to get a goal from it.
So
It's just looking super dominant now.
sorry, cut you off there, Benji. Number 25 for Liverpool is Ella Dimbilo. Sorry if I've said that incorrectly, but she seems like a very key player for them. She's doing very well on the tips. Won, I think, every single one of them and charging that ball forward for Liverpool. Key in making the first goal, and I think a key player for them all overall.
I believe Liverpool have actually made a few substitutions here.
Yeah, there is a sort of a rolling subs rule in here, so you can constantly keep changing the players. We see it in the men's game, there was constant changes, and I think that helps keep the intensity up in the game. And you're very unlucky. I think they may have one sub today, so they're very light on the squad. And I think if they're already struggling a bit, this last quarter could be very difficult for MMU.
Yeah, just a bit of background on why they only have one sub. It's actually a reading week here at university where most of the students, they just go home to their family, so a lot of the team have just left, so they've been left in a little bit of a predicament.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. Not every uni does reading week, so they may be at different times, and the MMU women's squad has been left a little bit light from that. But the girls that are here will still be hoping to get something from the game.
It's a good run there by MMU all the way from the first half right into the opposition half. She took it around the edge. Trying to go behind the net here.
There is a time limit on the attack as well, so you can't dawdle too much. Just looking to get that opening. Maybe goes for a shot herself here, 24. No, not quite. Looking for a bit of space to pass into. There is a lot of movement from MMU women's here, but they're just absolutely surrounded by the Liverpool women's players. They seem very strong in defence.
I was just saying again there, number 25 for Liverpool. Constant pressure.
Yeah, she might be a key player for Liverpool. She seems to be involved in everything at the moment. Oh, great little pass in.
Great save by the Liverpool keeper.
And Liverpool go on the counter-attack now. This could be very dangerous. Remember, you do not want to be 4-0 down in the first quarter.
There you go.
There's a lot of open space in front of her.
3-on-3 here. She can make the most of it.
So there's a little bit of that contact there.
She's got closed down.
All good little pass from behind the goal. Couldn't quite catch it, and the MMU
keeper's
keeper
hands.
Picks it up. Yeah, it's freezing cold out there as well, and that, for anyone who doesn't know, that ball is rock solid. So if anyone catches one of those to the legs or the arms, they will definitely be stinging. Big run here from MMU though. Number 7. Keeping the ball. Liverpool not rushing out to pick up loose balls. I think they're just trying to stay in position, and they've just had a little mistake there from MMU and picked it up, and now they're on the attack, Liverpool.
Created a good scenario here. A lot of the MMU players, they got back very quick.
Oh, what a pass that is, and what a goal. Lovely little run into space right in front of the goal. Passed out from the right-hand side into the centre. Very easy finish for Liverpool. That is 4-0, I believe, already. This is going to be a tough day for MMU if it carries on like this.
After the last MMU home game at Platt Lane that we covered here at Matchday Live, it was really close. Like, it was back and forth, constant goal on goal on goal. Now with this game, they're just, it's different classes.
You see the difference in the squad for that game as well. I think they had maybe 6 or 7 girls on the bench as well, ready to come in. And yeah, I think MMU definitely look like they're maybe lacking some key players and definitely lacking in subs. We've got a few supporters out here though, who'll be trying to cheer them on and get something out of it, but it's not looking good so far for MMU. It seems like they've got a tough game in their hands as well. Not only are they struggling a little bit, but Liverpool look very good. Ref's blown there, he's not happy. MMU ball. I think there may have been a little kick from a Liverpool player there.
You've got MMU on the attack here.
Number 5
She's
MMU.
using her pace to get through.
Goes for the shot, but it's not quite on target, just down to the keeper's left. I think she's managed to... Yeah, one of the MMU players was closest back there, so they get to keep the ball here. I mean, that could be key, to be honest. If people are going to start going for shots, they need to make sure they're keeping the ball after these shots and try and keep some pressure on Liverpool. Sometimes the best defence is offence. Almost the end of the first quarter here. I think MMU will be happy for a little bit of a break.
Yeah, you're hoping that the manager can give a bit more insight into what's happened in this first quarter and how they can adapt into the second quarter and the rest of the game.
Yeah, I think MMU needs to try and make an impact sooner rather than later. The lack of subs means that at the end of the game is going to be very difficult for them, so they want to try and get some points on the board in these first 2 quarters for sure.
I mean, even just then, MMU were trying to make something happen and just got shut down instantly.
Yeah, Liverpool defending very well here. They've got 3 in front of the goal at all times and another 2 or 3 kind of constantly moving around, making it not easy for MMU, and just can't quite get their shots on target. I think there's been 1 save so far from the Liverpool keeper, but still trying, and they can definitely get some goals in this game if they keep pressing on. So I think our timer may be a little bit wrong as this half is still going. But Liverpool on the attack here, looking to add a 5th late on in the quarter. It's a big run. No one's stopping her yet.
Dancing through all the defenders there. Took it to the edge of the area here.
See, I think when Liverpool on the attack, their players are actually staying a bit further out than the MMU players. I think the MMU players are condensing it a little bit more around the Liverpool goal, whereas Liverpool seem happy to actually make quite a wide attacking area by spreading their players out quite far. And we've seen for that last goal, it was a darting run from further out into the open centre, which I think is MMU are struggling with a little bit at the moment. Just behind the goal with the ball here for Liverpool.
MMU here trying to cause a lot of pressure on her.
So there's another run in there, 25 for Liverpool. She had a bit of freedom and someone got onto her right at the end, but big run here. She's going to go for this shot. No, a little pass off. Play it safe, keep the ball, keep the pressure on.
Right on the edge of the area here. Just kind of keeping possession, looking for the opening.
Tempting little pass in there from Liverpool. Didn't quite get it, dropped down, but they've actually managed to pick up the ball again after a bit of a scrappy moment between a few women there.
Just behind the net now. Just keeping it controlled in possession.
Yeah, they're not giving up the ball easy. And there's the end of the quarter as the ref blows his whistle.
Very impressive quarter there by Liverpool. You've seen that every time they were on the ball, they were looking like a threat. And even on defence, every single time they pressured on pressure on pressure.
Yeah, they're looking very solid at the moment. Liverpool will be very happy with themselves. I mean, it's a bit of a classic rivalry, Manchester and Liverpool, and I think they'll be going home very happy tonight at this rate. Yeah, I mean, even now, looking at the 2 teams just having a chat, you can see that Liverpool have at least 5 more people there than MMU do. And in such a physical, constantly running game, that is going to be so difficult for MMU to deal with. And they're definitely going to be tested physically as this game goes on.
Yeah, the stamina, it's not normally an issue, but when you've got this little amount of players compared to the other team, it definitely will become a big problem for the MMU team.
Yeah, it's such a constant sport, lacrosse. You never really get a break. So it'll be very tough for the girls to keep the levels up as the game goes on. But, I mean, it's never bad to have a test sometimes. And I think if they can prove to themselves that some of these guys can play 4 quarters straight, then they should be confident in other games when they can be subbed off and they can keep their levels a little bit higher maybe. I think the ref has given them a little bit of a warning to come back soon. Liverpool, the little chant there, smacking their stick together, happy with their performance so far, I imagine, and hoping for more of the same. MU coach there, kind of having a bit of a laugh and a smile. I think he knows that his team had quite an uphill challenge today, and I think maybe with 2 subs, it was always going to be difficult, and Liverpool are playing very well and making it even more difficult for MMU.
Yeah, we did mention before about the climate out there, but it is genuinely freezing.
Yeah, I was out doing the Cameron rugby and it felt like I was going to lose half the fingers in my right hand from how cold it was. And I know running about makes you a bit warmer, but I still wouldn't want to take that rock-solid ball to any part of bare skin right now. It'd be horrible.
Yeah, you can imagine.
So the face-off is on. Second quarter about to kick off. And there it is. Ooh, I thought MMU had actually a rare win from the face-off there, but not quite. They have come off with the ball, though. Well done, number 3 there from MMU.
There we go. They look like they're actually causing a bit of pressure themselves straight away in this second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, an early goal or two could really put MMU back in the game and maybe de-spirit Liverpool a little bit and give them a chance in this game. Big run here, number 7 from MMU, just holding on to the ball, trying to find that opening. And yeah, you can see that an MMU player has now dropped behind the goal. I don't know if that was implemented partway through the first quarter or if the managers just said it to them then, but a lot of the teams I've seen play Lacrosse recently, behind the goal can actually be a crucial area to have an attacker. It really opens up your passing lanes. And it means if someone does shoot wide, you are likely to get the ball again. Yeah, I think this has got to be something the managers said, because now they are constantly keeping someone behind that goal.
Yeah, it seems to be quite an important position in lacrosse where if the ball goes behind it, you've always got someone there to either retrieve it or get the ball for the throw back in.
Oh yeah, when you're attacking, it just, especially if you've got a lot of pressure on, and you're taking a lot of shots, having someone back there so you can just keep recycling the ball and keep having it around their area does make a big difference. And seen a few goals last week in the men's game, and I think in the women's as well, where the ball just comes in from behind. It can be difficult, especially for the keeper, to track that ball as it comes over their shoulder, and then all of a sudden someone in front of them is shooting. So I think MMU needs to try and exploit that space a little bit more and hopefully get a goal in this quarter. MMU just with the ball here behind the goal. Nice little pass to 3. She's trying to run through for a shot herself.
Referee wasn't happy with something there. I believe it's given a penalty to MMU.
Yeah, he has. I think there's a rule about blocking the attacker's space as a defender as it endangers yourself, which is not allowed. I think the shot has either been saved just down to the bottom right, or was just a little bit wide, but MMU keep the ball from having that player behind the goal ready to go.
You have to say that was their best chance to convert since the start of the game, really.
I mean, this 2 minutes alone has probably been the best we've seen from MMU so far, which should give them a bit of confidence, If they can get a few goals, even if necessarily they don't go into the half-time winning, it's always good for mentality.
Yeah, they are now just flirting with the edge of the area, seeing if they can get involved.
Liverpool are looking very solid in defence, so they've got people covering all areas and covering runs into the danger zones as well.
Quick change of direction there by number 24 for MMU. Tried a little lob over the top, but the keeper got their stick to it.
I think there was a foul there from the MMU player on Liverpool defender, and now it's Liverpool's ball. Just going for a big launch upfield. Yep, picked up just past the halfway line as well. So Liverpool in the attack here. MMU cannot concede right now. They will be in serious trouble if they do.
Yeah, all of that pressure that they've been piling on. Need to try and regain the ball, regain possession, and then just pile it back on.
Yeah, it can be quite painful when your team's been doing well on the attack if you end up conceding at the other end, and you just don't want the MMU players to get deflated like that and slow the game down. I mean, we always just want a good game here for yourselves and ourselves. But we just want to see MMU do a little bit better here if they can. Oh, a great pass in. Oh, just shot over the top from the Liverpool player there. Unlucky. They seem to just find that little pocket of space right in front of the goal at the moment, Liverpool, and it's very dangerous to MMU. They need to do something about that and have someone watching that central area that isn't just the keeper, because it's a very difficult challenge stopping that ball from so close. But she's lived up to the challenge there and stopped the ball.
Done it again. The last few times that they've been able to get into that position, they've managed to convert, but these last two that you've just seen before you, they managed to save it or went over the bar. So they've been hit with a stroke of luck there.
Yeah, and try to pass it out from the keeper, but just comes off the top of their stick and goes out, leading to Liverpool regain possession.
Here's Liverpool pushing into the box a little bit. She's got a bit more space in the middle. She's gone for a shot.
And it's in. There it is, 5-0 to Liverpool. That is, it almost came from nothing there. It was such a quick attack. Just came in from the ball out wide, and they run straight in and put it in. And MMU looking a little bit disheartened there, which is not surprising because they have actually been playing a lot better in this quarter. But they need to just try and keep themselves in the game and not let it slip away from them too much.
Yeah, you'd have to say this second quarter has been all about MMU, all about possession, attacking, pressure, everything, but just a little bit unlucky there.
Unfortunately, you see what happens when you can have all the possession and you're not quite clinical enough, and then Liverpool have 2 attacks and they score one of them, and you know, being clinical can always win you games. And here come Liverpool again. MMU do not want to concede twice in such a short period of time.
They managed to draw a penalty from that. Hopefully they can try and convert this and just run away with the game already in the second quarter.
Yeah, I think as well, when it's such a physical game, so much cardio involved, if you can get a few goals ahead and you can lighten up the running a little bit.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go, 6-0 to Liverpool. They are really dominating this game.
Number 25 there again, but Liverpool seems to be the star player right now.
Yeah, she seems very good, and Liverpool here now, massive advantage. They can keep bringing subs on. They don't need to sprint on the attacks now. They can try and just save some of that stamina and really sting MMU late on. It's hard to see a way out for MMU at the moment, but I'm sure the girls will keep trying and hope they can just stay in the game for as long as possible, maybe get a few goals on the scoreboard just to feel a bit better.
I mean, if you're in Liverpool's position right now, what are you feeling, Ed? What are you thinking?
I mean, to be honest, if it was me, I'd probably lose concentration and end up conceding a few goals because I'd get way too giddy being this many ahead. But you'd definitely be feeling good, you know, and with all sports, when you've got that confidence running through your team, knowing that you're doing so well against an opponent, it can make you play so much better because you try that little turn or that little flick that you maybe wouldn't in a tenser game. And I think there was just a foul on the MMU attacker by Liverpool defender there, so the refs called it back. Yeah, 25 for Liverpool. Ella, I'm not sure if it's Dimbilau or Dimbilau, but she has been brilliant so far for Liverpool. Very, very good. And you don't want to let this get away from them too much. I think if their manager's saying what my manager's always used to, it's still 0-0. Keep your head in the game. But Liverpool are looking so good. And here they go running again with number 25. Just call her Ella.
Oh, just off the post there. That was a blistering shot by Ella.
And then on the attack here, though, number 3. She's got a bit of pace about her there. She has just taken off past the defender. Little pass in. Can they get something from this MMU? And they do. 6-1. That's a little bit better for MMU there. Lovely little run from number 3 all the way down. Little pass into the central area and bottom corner found. So 6-1 here.
If you do hear any noise in the background, that is the drums from the pitch just beside the lacrosse pitch right now. Just blasting the drums away.
Yeah, the rugby fans are really enjoying it today. We had quite a few out there before for the St Andrews game. And if you heard any bad language on the Atmos mic, we do apologise. We cannot control them. So the face off here again. And Ella Dimbilau for Liverpool again, number 25 there. Just looks so good. I think she's won maybe 7 of the 9 tips there's been, and just looking really, really good for Liverpool at the moment. Oh, lovely little step from Liverpool there. 15.
Still keeping hold of possession there. Taking it right behind the net. See if she can make any space here. She does.
See,
and
there it
converts.
Is. Exactly what I was speaking about before. When someone runs in behind the goal, the goalkeeper's obviously looking at that person behind the goal. So as soon as the ball comes across, they've not witnessed where the attacker is. And it just leads to the attacker having that extra half a second before the goalkeeper can react and put it bottom corner there. So 7-1 for Liverpool here. And you can't say they haven't deserved it. Their movement, their pressure, and how solid they've been at the back, it's probably quite a fair reflection. I mean, Lacrosse is a tough game, and sometimes the scoreline can be unfair on how the game has actually gone, but it's pretty resounding at the moment, and Liverpool are definitely where they deserve to be.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a Liverpool coach, Liverpool players right now, you're hoping to get to 10 by the half. with the way they're playing, it's definitely possible.
Yeah, and I think, honestly, late on in this game, as MMU girls get more tired and they're lacking their subs, it's going to get tougher and tougher and easier for Liverpool. And they're definitely trying to add as many to their score tally as they can, help themselves out in the league and take away as much as they can from this game, get as much confidence going as possible. And they're probably quite understanding of the MMU situation as well, because it's clear that they're lacking a lot of players.
Well, you would have to say with MMU, they are showing signs of brilliance. That one goal where number 3 managed to run through the entire team and take a shot, that's what they need to do more of. Because when they're trying this, what Liverpool are trying, running behind the net, flicking it over, I think Liverpool are prepared for that.
Yeah, they do seem very solid defensively and offensively here, Liverpool. 17 there, trying her hardest to block, but I think she's given away a penalty. Too much contact with her stick, I believe. Oh, little pass in the centre. There it is. Ella Dimbelow again, number 25 for Liverpool with another goal. I think she's on 2 or 3 already this game, and she is looking absolutely clinical for Liverpool today. I believe that is 8-1. Yeah, 8-1 in the second quarter here for Liverpool. It's not looking good for MMU. I'm sure the coach was just saying, don't worry about the score, keep your heads up, try and just play your game as much as you possibly can, and just maybe treat it more like a training day, because at the moment it's looking almost impossible for MMU to come back into this game properly and win it. I'm sure they won't give up though. Liverpool on the attack again. Well saved by the keeper.
Keeper has made some good saves though for the MMU side. She's made quite a few where you'd think it was going to be a goal. If it wasn't for her, it could be maybe 10, 12 by now.
Yeah, I can think of at least 3 or 4 saves she's made already, and she's just under so much pressure constantly right now. Her defence is looking a little bit leggy maybe, not quite confident in their positions potentially, but Liverpool just seem absolutely on fire at the moment, and it's going to be a real challenge for MMU going on for the rest of this game. Doing well to hold it, Liverpool. There she goes again.
Oh, what a shot there. Ella once again. She's just ridiculous. That run through and then the power on that shot that she just gave off. If you get yourself in way of that, as we said before, it's freezing. That's causing some damage.
Yeah, Ella Dimbelow again there. Looks like the absolute star of the Liverpool team at the moment. Just constantly winning the tip and always having the ball in dangerous areas. I mean, she alone could dismember MMU right now.
I mean, she has been. Every time there's been an attack, a goal, it seems like she's been involved. You think she needs to be picked up.
Yeah, it's tough. I think as well with the contact rules, I think it partially favours the attacker in lacrosse. So if you're doing a lot of defending, it's really difficult because the ref is kind of against you to start with. Oh, a big run there, well saved by the keeper for MMU.
Once again, I don't think the MMU keeper would be too happy with the defence, the way that they're letting these attackers just quickly run through and get a shot on target. If it isn't for her...
Great little pass there as well to 15, just before the halfway line, who tries another little forward flick. MMU could have a goal in them here. A great run, in fact. Well caught and saved by the keeper there, though. Unlucky for MMU.
Just looks a bit nonchalant the way she caught that. It's just like it's a normal catch for her.
Well, yeah, I think... she's probably quite cold in the Liverpool goal there. She's not having to get involved in the game too much. So she's just got to try and stay focused. She's done very well to catch her. But MMU running down the wing, number 14 here. Little pass off number 5.
She can pop this into the middle. She might get a bit more... Yeah.
See there as well. No. I think you're seeing the stamina differences because it took MMU a good 10 seconds there to actually get their players into attacking positions. Where Liverpool straight off the bat, they've gone a quick counter here and they've already got 5 people there ready to go on the attack. MMU are definitely a little bit leggy trying to catch up with Liverpool at the moment.
MMU will regain possession here, see if they can do something with it this time.
Yeah, they'll want to get something here just before half time, definitely.
Just taking it into some space here, allowing her team to get up and support her in the attack. Took it right behind the net.
just see the MMU girls, some of them just having to walk into position. Incredibly tough game to play so constantly without any sort of rolling sub. Little shot there, but well stopped by a mix of the goalkeeper and the defender there for Liverpool when they go on the attack again, I imagine. They're so quick to get it down the field. And she goes again. Actually, I think that is maybe number 8.
Yeah. Here we are on attack. No. That's the half-time whistle, I believe. The MMU coach doesn't seem too happy with that. He's come storming onto the pitch.
Yeah, he's having some unhappy words with the ref there. He doesn't seem keen on his decision so far.
I mean, you can't blame him for getting a little bit leery. 8-1 in the first half is not at the best scoreline you wanted to see.
No, just seeing there one shot with one shot on target for MMU and 4 for Liverpool. It's really kind of going from bad to worse here for MMU. It's a really tough game for them, but there'll definitely be some positives they can take from the game. I think the keeper could be very proud of herself, and number 3 had that great run downfield. She can be proud of herself. The others, I think, are just struggling a little bit in this game. I don't know if maybe they're missing first team or what, but something's not quite clicking for MMU today. So I think we're just going to have a short break here for half time, and we'll be back with you after. And we are back for the second half here. Ed and Benji still with you. I think it's been an interesting talk for both managers on almost the opposite ends of the spectrum. I'm sure the MU coach is trying to say keep it tight defensively and just don't concede too many more. And I'm sure the Liverpool coach has said to the girls, look, you just go out there, play how you want to play, and just keep MU under pressure and keep scoring if you can.
Yeah, I mean, 8-1 at the first half is definitely not the scoreline MMU were looking for. But if they can try and maybe switch the tide and get some goals in, even 4 goals, try and lessen the damage that's been done by Liverpool.
I think even winning a quarter or winning this half would be a good result for MMU. You know, if they can kind of finish this game with only 2-1 or something extra, then it won't be too unhappy with themselves. But it's going to be really tough for them. Ref's not happy with the face-off there. I think the sticks clattered off each other a bit too much for his opinion there. So they're restarting again.
Yeah, the MMU coach seems to have calmed down a little bit after that. He had a little bit of a problem with the referee at the end of the first half, but he's back on the sideline now.
Yeah, I think when your team is struggling already, a wrong call from the ref can really get you going. As a fan of a few teams myself, I know that always winds me up when my teams are struggling. And as a United fan, that happens quite a lot.
Fortunately, I cannot relate with that, being a City fan myself.
That's right, MMU women's probably have more history than City, but let's not turn this into a football show now. Sorry about that, guys.
As soon as we say that, they've scored 9-1.
Liverpool are just so dominant here. There's only so much you can really say about them, but they are looking really, really good. Attacking, positioning, making runs for each other, so solid, and shooting has been on point. The keeper has made 5 or 6 saves maybe for MMU, but they just keep peppering these on-target shots, and something that MMU are really lacking actually. That they've had maybe 6 shots, but I think only 1 or 2 of them have even been on target.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, if you've seen there through the replay, it was stopped play, so it was stoppage. Straight after that, ball passed into the centre and they shot and scored.
Can't fall asleep in those situations. Yeah. That is a problem, and I think that's something the coach will definitely say to them after. It doesn't matter what's happening on the pitch, you need to be aware of what's going on. Because you will concede goals like that, and I mean, obviously in this game, conceding a goal like that isn't the end of the world. It's probably not going to change the outlook. MMU on the attack here, sorry about that. It's probably not going to change the outlook of the game, but if this was a tighter game, something like that could be absolutely critical. And Liverpool on the attack here, number 25 again.
Yeah, I mean, taking back to that point of falling off and falling asleep at the pitch, you'd have to say Liverpool are not doing that at all.
No, they are constantly on edge and ready to go, it seems. Just the movement, everything from them has been so good today. See this little fakes, little steps. Here comes 25 Liverpool, we know, danger lady. Oh, yeah, and she scored again. I mean, we have lost track of how many she has scored so far this game, but I think it's at least 3 or 4, if not 5.
Yeah,
she's doing so well.
I mean,
that's 10-1.
They've made it to double digits now.
Straight after the half as well, which is really tough. It's probably when MMU will be at their highest physical levels for the rest of this game, and just to concede 2 straight away is so damning for the team. You don't like to see it, really. You want to see them have much more of a competitive game, and they've not done great this week. Obviously, they've talked about the thin team quite a lot, but it must be tough for the girls out there now, just trying to see out the game and try and get something back from it as much as possible. Liverpool in the attack again.
Honestly, again another one. It's literally every attack that Liverpool are having, they score and score.
I almost wanted eagle eye on that for a second, Hawkeye or whatever, because that was so tight, but I think it just pinged off the underside of the bar and gone in before it's bounced back out. Let's just see here in the replay. Here. Oh no, it bounced down low actually, and then really difficult ones to stop. We saw a few of them in the men's game where you throw it down to the ground so hard and it bounced up with quite a lot of speed. And 11-1 to Liverpool here is damning for MMU.
Yeah, you really want the defence to tighten up here for MMU. What you just seen there was she was able to run through completely and have a free shot at the goal. Realistically, if you're the MMU manager right now, you're saying to the defence, tighten up, don't let it happen. Because as soon as they do it, they have the skill and the accuracy to shoot and get it in.
I think the problem here as well is, as it's a non-contact sport, you can't just kind of not lash out, but you can't just do that last ditch stopper. And so fitness is massive, because you need to be able to constantly keep up with the attacking player and stay in front of them and block any shot they may have. And when you're lacking in subs and you're playing non-stop, I mean, they've already played 35 minutes with maybe a couple of people being changed around. It's going to be so demanding physically, and I think it's just so hard for the MMU defenders, especially as they've been run ragged a bit this game, to keep up with the Liverpool attack. Oh, a good take there, though, from MMU.
There's the
little
goal scorer.
recovery. No, I think she actually got the assist on the goal.
Oh, okay.
I think she may have passed to, I think that's number 7 maybe there for MMU for the goal.
Well, it's a turnover here by MMU. Lost the ball straight away and right into Liverpool's hands.
Yes, you see MMU here. Their 3 defenders are back, and they've got other people dropping back, but they're just taking too long. Liverpool have that energy and that stamina still in them, that they can get more attacking players straight on. And look at that, I think she just robbed it straight off the keeper there.
Yeah, nearly a bit of a fumble there by the MMU keeper after that good save.
Yeah, it's not where you want to lose the ball when you're already 11-1 down. MMU defenders just trying to chat to each other, but I mean, I think some of them need to be paying attention to the ball a little bit more rather than just talking to each other. Here comes 25 for Liverpool again. She has been brilliant this game. Here she is. A foul there. Yeah, you just see the MMU defenders just trying to get a little bit too stuck into her, trying to stop her, and you don't want to be conceding. Too many free shots here to a team that seems so clinical in front of goal.
Yeah, I mean, it was very good play there by the number 25 for Liverpool to be able to draw the foul in that situation. See if she can convert this penalty into a goal with the game that she's having.
Zip. I think it got a little bit of a block maybe from the MMU players. It didn't quite have as much power as it looked like it was going to, but here come MMU on the attack, hoping to get a second goal for themselves if they can.
God, they're taking it all the way into the opposition box. See if they can put some more pressure onto Liverpool here.
So MMU players, they just, I think from such constant play, they're just a bit leggy. They're not they're not sprinting to make these spaces quite as much, and not opening up the game quite enough. And it's giving Liverpool a much easier job on defence. They can sit in quite well around their goal and mark the other MMU players at the same time without having too much struggle on. And yeah, you're definitely seeing the fitness differences making a big difference.
Yeah, MMU on the attack. They're really close to the net here. Can they convert? Seems like she's really close now.
Oh, just shot wide from so close as well. I mean, MU have probably missed the goal by 2 inches or less about 4 times in this game. They're getting really unlucky with their shots. They just need to try and get some at least on target, put that keeper under better pressure.
I mean, up to now, this quarter is already 3-0. So you're hoping if MMU, they want to win a quarter at least, they've got to pile on the pressure just as Liverpool are. But
so you see here, the MMU players just cannot get back with that same intensity that the Liverpool players can. I think having the more changes makes such a big difference in this game. It is so physically tough, and you need so much stamina. It's just really tough for MMU right now, but doing well to hold the ball here and trying to transition upfield as number 3 from MMU. She's been quite a live spark for them so far.
Here we go, they've made it quite far up the pitch here. See if they can convert from this, taking it around the back of the net like they always do.
Number 24 there, just trying to work a bit of space. She's been really well covered though by the Liverpool player there. She's not getting any space. Nice little run though. Little pass off again.
See if they can pass it into the middle of the field there, try and get a little tap in.
They're almost trying to run in from behind the goal and just shoot themselves, which is another good tactic for Lacrosse. It can be unexpected and disarming for the other team, and yeah, it's not quite come off for them yet though. Sorry, we've got guests in the studio distracting us both. You still had the ball here. I mean, if they could just try and keep it around the Liverpool goal as much as possible, they would at least hopefully stopped from
There
conceding
we go.
anymore.
With this much possession that they had around the net, it was bound to get a goal, and they finally got one back in the third quarter of the game.
It's 11-2 now, which is not great for MMU, but they'll be happy to get another one back. And when you're missing players, every little win is a win, do you know what I mean? And those positives are what the coach is probably going to try and focus on rather than the negatives after this game. So we are continuing here. 2 for MMU, 11 for Liverpool.
Yeah, straight after that goal from MMU, Liverpool decided to make the free rolling substitutions, where just give them a little rest before the end of the third quarter, which is in 5 minutes. Maybe for the fourth, bring him out, back again, and try and get the goal back in.
Ref not happy with the face-off again there. It's the second one that he's not been happy with. I'm not quite sure what his hand gesture mean, and maybe that the sticks are coming apart too much, but that's another reset on the tip there.
Here's Liverpool in possession. Straight away again into number 25. And she converts instantly. She's been so prominent in this game that I think she must have scored half of the goals. She scored so many every time she's in possession. You'd think a goal's coming or something's going to happen here.
Yeah, she's definitely been constant threat for MMU and just impossible to try and keep her out at the moment. That is 2-12 now.
Here's a tip-off again. MMU will try and not see what happened just then. There we go. They've managed to regain possession from this tip-off. See if they can replicate what 25's done to them.
Oh, yeah, great little goal actually there from number 9 for MMU. Really solid run all the way from the tip. And they'll be happy with that. I mean, 12-3, what's that make that this quarter? It's 4-2 in this quarter. So MMU are doing better. I mean, they'll be happier with that. It's definitely probably their best quarter so far. It's the highest scoring quarter so far. So they've maybe improved as the game's gone on. They probably have more possession in the later stage of this game than they have early doors, which is the opposite of what you'd expect, knowing the problems they've got with their team. But I mean, they'll definitely be happy. There's something they can take from this game now.
Yeah, I mean, what you've just seen there is pretty much MMU saying, whatever you can do, I can do better.
Well, yeah, not quite, but
just for one goal.
We can do it as well.
Well, once again, the ref's not happy with the tip-off. I think that's the 4th time now, 2nd time in a row.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Unfortunately, I'm not quite clued up enough about the rules of the tip to give a professional opinion on what is the problem, but something is definitely not being enjoyed by the ref. It looked like 3 Liverpool players were fighting each other to get to pick up the ball then.
Yeah.
I'm not quite realising it.
I mean, the kits are quite similar today. If you are watching at home, you would struggle a little bit to distinguish who's who.
Yeah, especially when there's those little scrappy moments and you've got loads of players on the ball, it can be quite difficult to tell.
Here's MMU on the... They've just lost possession there.
This is MMU's 4th league game of the season, and so far they've only had their win on the first match week.
Good save there by the MMU keeper from number 26, I believe that was.
So, as I was saying, as I got cut off so rudely, I'm joking. Yeah, MMU are kind of struggling so far this season. Only one win, and this is their 4th game, and have a win in the trophy, so they're on to the next round of that, which they'll be happy with against York Women. And they beat York Women, actually, as was the game they won at the beginning of the season away from home. But since then, they've lost to Leeds Women and to Durham Women, and it looks like they're going to be losing again to Liverpool. And they don't want to get too bogged down with the results. I mean, they can still be happy with personal performances and stuff and trying to get their levels up, but they are struggling a little bit in the league.
Yeah, referee's not too happy there. He's pulled it back for a Liverpool foul. Or foul on Liverpool, apologies for that. It's looking like a penalty to Liverpool.
Yeah, I think she's going to tee up a shot here. She looks quite confident. Yeah, zip. Big save, though. Big body block there from the MMU goalkeeper. I think it's like Liverpool have kept it, though. She's doing really well there, number 28. Just flicked it up like twice and caught it again, but MMU come away with the ball here. Oh, bit of contact there, kind of a body check, but ref doesn't see a problem. Oh, stick down on the ground. And he really trying to battle for the ball here. I think number 6 and number 14 trying their absolute hardest to keep the ball there, but just couldn't quite. Still with the ball now, though. Oh, a bit of an interception there for Liverpool, and I think the ref was unhappy, so there's a bit of a collision there between the sticks and Liverpool on the attack here, looking dangerous, and there it is, number 13, unlucky 13 for Liverpool, 13-3.
Yeah, I was just waiting for that time where they were going to score the goal, because it's seeming inevitable recently, where as soon as they're on the attack, you think, are they going to score? And then when they don't, it's kind of a surprise to you.
Yeah, you making a use of the small amount of subs they do have now, so maybe a little bit of energy back in the team, a bit more stamina can help them out. But this has been quite a tough resounding game, and I think he's just blown for the end of the third quarter there. Yeah, so end of the third quarter, MMU on 3, Liverpool on 13. what so far for MMU fans and MMU team alike, and let's just hope the girls can, again, no sound like broken records, but just try and win this quarter, try and get a little bit of something positive from this game they can be happy with. And Benji's just trying to spot us on the camera there. Here comes the tip. Is the ref going to have a problem again?
No, he doesn't. He lets it play.
So what I think it is the two sticks start together with the ball caught in between the pair, and they have to flick it up. And I think what's happening is maybe they were separating too early, so the ball wasn't getting the uplift that it's meant to have from the start.
Could be like the rule in basketball where it's not at its peak.
Yeah.
Not been taken out at its peak. We'll get a bit more clarification on that for next time. Here we've got MMU on the attack. See if they can get to 5 goals, maybe.
Yeah, I think if this quarter ended, 14-5, and they have a little 2-1 win for the final quarter, they can be happy with themselves that they've got something back from it. It's been a very tough game so far, but sometimes you learn the most from a loss, and it's been a tough day for them. But they seem to still be putting that work in, trying to battle it out, trying to get something for themselves from the game, and you can applaud the mentality at least.
Yeah, you'd have to say they've been quite strong resiliently, where even on the attack, they look like they're giving it their all. They're going for the most points they can.
Yeah, and I think if you could... close there from MU, actually. I think if they had a few more subs so they could kind of keep the fitness levels up between the whole team, it would be a different game. Liverpool wouldn't have been able to take it away so much at points, but MU have fought, but they've just not quite been up to the pace of Liverpool today. But there is a goal from MU, very well taken there from number 14, I believe. Yeah, a little pass behind the goal, ran into, in line with the goal, pass to the centre and bottom corner from number 14 for MMU there.
That could be something that they've been working on the whole game, because that sort of sequence of play is what they've been trying to replicate, where...
Oh, she does well. She's almost surprising, mate. She managed to get it there between the two Liverpool defenders, but well taken, well shot in, and 13-4 now the score. And
yeah, they're actually ahead in this quarter for the first time in the entire game, so maybe they can keep this up.
Yeah, I mean, I know that's what I'd be saying if I was a manager down there, try and just go out there and win that final quarter, and you can go home with something then, at least something to keep positive about. Here comes the tip again. Yeah, flicked up, almost taken by Liverpool, bit scrappy, a lot of sticks and girls, but they only come away with the ball in number 5, charging towards the Liverpool goal. And I think there was a foul there from the Liverpool player, chopped the stick across her a little bit as she was charging in.
Yeah, it was a good drawn foul there by MMU. See if they can try and get some points off this one rather than open play.
Yeah, number 5 really looked dangerous there. It's just out of nowhere, sprint through about everyone. Has a shot there, keeper saved over the top. I think MMU will keep the ball though.
But it doesn't look like they will. I think the ref wasn't too happy with that.
No, apparently not.
Right into the keeper's possession here. They can try and restart from the beginning.
Little simple pass out there.
There we go. They're going to look to take it wide here, Liverpool.
Yeah, try and use as much of the pitch as possible. I mean, knowing that MMU are struggling for lack of players, that maybe trying to open up the pitch as much as possible and really make them run about a lot off the ball, will knock MMU out to the point where it's just an unstoppable attack from Liverpool.
There we go. They've got it behind the net again, where they're so dangerous.
A little spin attempt there, but the ref wasn't happy about something. I'm actually not sure who was probably. It must have been with the Liverpool player. I thought she just kind of ran in and span through the defenders, but wasn't happy about something. So MMU come away with the ball there.
Yeah, a lot of MMU players have already made their way up the pitch.
A little zing straight to the halfway line, and now I think that's number 5 again for MMU. Having a little run through. She seems very dangerous for MMU. Ooh, little pass there, not quite collected by MMU though. Scrappy outside the...
They managed to regain possession now with number 5. Looking like dangerous player. Seems like she's only really turning up in the 4th quarter though.
Yeah, I think the MMU attack hasn't... I think she's been good every time MMU had the attack, but I think MMU haven't had so much of the ball in the attacking sense in this game, and she definitely looks like a key player for them at the moment.
There you go. They're taking it round the back of the net. See if they can replicate their last goal. But there's no one there to support.
But she's done it all herself from behind the goal into across the goal in top corner. Lovely little goal there from number 26, I believe, for MMU. Maybe 28, 24. Sorry, guys, the camera's a little bit grainy. But someone in the 20s for MMU has just scored a lovely little goal, all on her own. And that makes it 13-5. So MMU are like 2-0 up in this quarter. They can definitely be happy with that.
I mean, whatever the manager said to them seems to be working right now.
Definitely. And maybe Liverpool have got a little bit complacent, knowing that they're so far ahead, and they're just thinking, oh, well, we can probably see this out. It's unlikely we'll concede so many. But, I mean, if MMU, especially if they can get another one here, you know, if they can win this quarter 2-1, 3-1, they'd be very happy with themselves. Ooh, good little shot there for number 4 for Liverpool, but well stopped by the goalkeeper and picked up as well.
Yeah, I just want to give a little throwback to what you said before when I asked how would you be feeling as Liverpool, feel a little bit complacent and drop off. Seems like that's what they're doing right now in the fourth quarter, and if they can manage to score here again. 5
again, just charging through, and as soon as Williams put her body on the line, because she just runs straight into people, no worries. I think knowing as well that if the defenders block her, it is a foul on her, so maybe a little bit of that just commitment just to take a hit. It's easier said than done for sure, but that's definitely making a bit of a difference in the MMU attack here. And they're keeping the ball here well as well. Here comes number 7 this is now. Apologies. Trying to work a bit of space, find that pass. Well taken. Hit away though, and Liverpool now in the attack. Well, number 25 there, actually for the first time in this game, not having great composure on the ball, but she still managed to collect it, and Liverpool on the attack again. She receives it back.
One-handed catch there, actually. Kind of a bit of showboating.
Go to that low downward shot, bounce off the floor, but just wide. Unlucky.
Liverpool still do regain possession here.
Yeah, Ella Dimbilo. Again, apologies if I'm not saying her name right, but she has been absolutely incredible this game, and MMU haven't really had an answer for her. She's been unstoppable. She's been defending and attacking and sitting around that centre circle, so constantly picking up the ball when there's a transition from Liverpool defence to attack. And there she went again there, picked up the ball in the middle and zips it straight forward, trying to get another goal for Liverpool. Looks like now she's not letting the keeper have a bit of breathing space either.
Yeah, I don't blame her for that. I mean, they're 2-0 down in this quarter.
Well found pass though. Number 14 did really well to pick up that high ball.
There you go, she's running forward. Through. Oh, it's unlucky there. If she managed to catch that ball, she might have been able to convert that into a goal.
Yeah, 14, the little pass of 24 there. Really unlucky, actually. It was a good attack and just didn't quite have that little moment of magic. But here comes 25 for Liverpool again. Cannot let her shoot. She might. Oh, it's actually just kind of rolled out of her stick as she went to shoot. That was unlucky.
But yeah, this quarter seems to be completely dominated by MMU, which is a nice change of pace for the girls down there.
Commentator's Kirsty says that as Liverpool go on the attack again, but and a great goal as well. Well taken and just steps around the goalie. 5-14 that is now, and 2-1 for this quarter for MMU. They'll still be feeling a little bit better at least about the end of the game, but Liverpool look like they're finding their stride a little bit now in the game, and MMU don't want to get too ahead of themselves really. I know they probably want the game to be finished, but you want to still put a bit of respect in your names at the end of the game.
And I do believe that was number 25 again for Liverpool.
It very easily could have been. She is looking absolutely incredible in a lacrosse sense. And she goes again now, straight onto the attack. She's got a bit of space and time, makes a little simple pass.
You could say number 25 for Liverpool is a regular Jen Adams.
You could. You really could. Benji dropping all of his lacrosse knowledge there, doing very well.
Here we go. MMU managed to draw a foul there in their own half, see if they can get it into the opposition half and convert it into a goal.
To those die-hard lacrosse fans, apologies that we do not use particularly the correct terminology. I know that it is not really half. There's actually 3 segments on the pitch that they describe it as, which do have specific names, but it's still the middle, it's still defence, and it's still attack. Let's be real.
Unfortunate there for MMU. They managed to convert into a goal, but it was pulled back for a foul.
What it may have been is actually offside. There's an interesting offside rule in lacrosse. It's much more difficult than the football one, which is depending on how many players are in each section of the field. So I think when you go into the attack, you have to have 3
Sorry
down
to break
there.
you up there, but it's been another goal for Liverpool.
Yeah, apologies. I'm just chatting away there. But yeah, another goal for Liverpool. So that's at 15-5 currently.
Yeah. So they managed to bring it to 2-2 this quarter. MMU no longer take the lead.
Again, that space behind the goal being used so effectively, just runs in and sweeps it around the keeper, and they're probably expecting a pass. Well done from Liverpool there. So 15-5, it continues. It's a strange one, John, though. Honestly, it's the performance of MMU has been almost the opposite of what I was expecting. They've actually grown more into the game and got better as it's gone on. I know it's still not been great, but what we're seeing in this final quarter is easily better than the first quarter from MMU, easily.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to say if MMU kept up this amount of aggression, possession, attack from the beginning, the scoreline might have been a little bit different.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely, it's one of those things, and you know, starting slowly can be an absolute killer in a game, especially when you come up against a team who seems so clinical and have such a brilliant player in number 25. That little bit of maybe rustiness, slowness at the beginning has cost them massively, because they've not been bad since half time. MMU have not been bad at all.
Yeah, our original worries for the MMU team coming into this game was stamina, that in the final quarter and the third quarter maybe they'd be a bit less impressive, but it seems to be the opposite.
Yeah, it's actually quite incredible. I don't think I've ever seen it like this before, and you've got to commend the players. Well done to them for never giving up, even as the scoreline's got away from them. I'm sure the coach has instilled that in them anyway. You don't want to give up. You know, you always want to fight for a bit of respect, and they've done well. It's been a tough game. Liverpool have just been top draw, to be honest, and have been so good in front of goal.
There we go. They got another goal. They are back into winning this final quarter.
So that's 15-6 so far.
I mean, if you're MMU, you're walking away from this quarter right now thinking your positive thoughts, and the manager must be at least a little bit happy. I think they've called a timeout here.
Yes, I do believe it's a timeout. You see again though there, the space behind the goal is so crucial in lacrosse. It's an interesting thing because you don't see it in a lot of sports where you can kind of travel behind the scoring area like that. But again, I mean, the last Liverpool goal and the last MMU goal have both come from having someone just in that area behind the goalkeeper, because it's so hard for the keeper to react as the ball comes over their shoulder and then it's coming at them from in front. I think it's definitely something that both teams could look at and be like, we can keep doing this in the future and get more goals from it. The men's do it, the women's do it. It's a good play, and if you do it right and you pass it quickly, it's almost impossible to stop in that kind of angle.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we have seen throughout this game that MMU have been trying that, but as soon as they get behind the net, there's no area at all to pass to. I think that's been Liverpool's strength, where they've been able to shut down that type of tactic.
Yeah.
But now in this fourth quarter, it seems to have changed.
Well, yeah, and you got that one, didn't it? But it wasn't actually a pass. It was a run in from behind the goal.
Yeah.
They just shot straight away. And yeah, especially early doors in the game, MMU weren't doing that. And I think it's one of the reasons their attacks were struggling a lot more than Liverpool's were, where they were consistently going behind the goal and using all that space. It's a lot of space, and especially if you're trying to look for passes, you know, if you've got two people behind the goal at each side and they can pass it to each other, and you've just got so many more angles to play the ball out. It was very effective for Liverpool early doors, and MMU have got a bit of luck from it since then, and I think it's probably something they should try and continue in the future. So I think the timeout's just over now. Last few minutes of the game anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Liverpool coach there, you're having to say to the players, win this quarter. They want to be so dominant that they want to have won every single quarter and the match. I think letting up at this final thing, it's just giving a bit of a lapsadaisical approach to the final quarter.
Yeah, coaches are never going to be happy, are they, watching, even if their team is dominating so much, you know, you don't want to see that little bit of ebb away at the end of the game. And you know, if you don't want to do that in a game you're dominating, because you don't want to create the trend of doing that in a game, and then this is a tight one, you can end up in serious trouble. I mean, here goes 25 for Liverpool again. I mean, pace as well. She's really taken off like a rocket there and just not scored. Stopped by the keeper. Almost scooped into the bottom, but the MMU come away with the ball here. I mean, wow, what a player number 25 for Liverpool is. Ella Dimbilo?
Yeah.
Wow.
I believe that's who it is.
Again, apologies to her or her family if we are saying the name wrong. It is difficult.
We've got Liverpool. They managed to regain possession here behind the net. See if they can change this into a goal.
So Liverpool have the ball here just behind the MMU goal. Oh, she saw number 11 there cut into a good space but couldn't quite receive the pass well. Oh,
They've
through
managed
the
to
keeper's
score.
legs. Brilliant little bit of running and passing movement there from the Liverpool women's, and managed to tuck it through the MMU goalkeeper's legs, unfortunately for her. See, they're just picked up and a little darting run through, well, 3 defenders and just left the legs a little bit too wide open there. So that is 16-6 so far in the game.
I mean, it was a really good finish there by Liverpool. It seems to be 3-3 in the final quarter. It's pretty much right now a race to who can win this quarter in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, correct. Not much more to add to that. You are spot on.
Here she is, right on the attack again.
Oh, unstoppable.
Disgusting.
Yeah, absolutely unstoppable today. You had no answer for her, and she has been truly, truly brilliant. So that's another one for her. She'll be very happy with herself today. I think she'll have a few happy drinks after the game.
Yeah,
the social party, and
honestly,
a few slaps on the back for congratulations, because she has just absolutely dominated this game from every tip to every goal. She seems to be involved. Yeah, Ella Dimbilo. Her parents must be proud if they are watching on the stream today.
Here they are. Liverpool have won the tip.
Confident in this game. Also something that MMU may have to look forward in the future, because, I mean, as you saw in the first 10 seconds of the game, they conceded straight away from losing the tip, and they've not won many since then. And I think it's cost you so much possession, and them early attacks can be quite crucial. Like a free throw here for Liverpool, not quite scored this time. Keeper just getting on it. Zipped out well, but not quite taken by number 14 from MMU there. Oh, number 3 though, trying to scoop up.
Unfortunately, just didn't work out for Liverpool, for MMU there. Liverpool managed to come out right from that.
Yeah, Kira Waite, that was number 15 for Liverpool, doing well to keep the ball. Oh, another dangerous attack.
Yeah, there we go.
Goal.
6-18. That could possibly be the final attack of the game. There we go.
There it is. There's a final whistle. I mean, unlucky to MMU there. They really started to look better in that third and fourth quarter, especially early doors in the fourth quarter. But then we were actually surprised they were doing so well. But actually, in those last few minutes, you've seen what happens when you don't have that rolling sub. You don't have those players changing over. And it was very physically tough for them. There you can see their stats there. Liverpool end up with more shots on targets, and more goals in that quarter. MMU have positives from today. There's definitely a few negatives they need to look at, but I don't think they'll be too disheartened with such a light squad. Now, if you stick with us, shortly we will have some interviews with managers and players, I imagine. So, yeah, that is all of it from us at the commentary team, but do stick around for the interviews we have coming up. Cheers.
I'm here with the MMU team. We're here with Jamie Nicholson and Abby Littlejohns. What are your thoughts on the game today?
Oh, I think we really held our own in defence. They're a difficult team. They're fast. They've got good handling skills. They're at the top of the league. But no, I think we held our own, and I think we did well.
Any thoughts from you?
Yeah, it's a tough game today. They're a very good team, very fast, really kind of driving on us a lot. But I thought our defence held out, and it's the most organised we've been in defence. And I think we're just learning in this league. We just got promoted this season, and every game we're improving. And today was probably our best actually performance of the season. So I was really pleased.
Yeah, I mean, coming into the game, you had a bit less players. Is it because of the reading week and people have gone home? But you actually managed to keep your own. In the final quarter, it was 5-3, I believe. And the things we were coming up with was in the final quarter it'd be a bit more tough, but you managed to come alive then. Is there any reason for that?
I think we've got a really strong morale. Like our team in general, we always have our spirits up, and I think that's a really good way to be. But yeah.
Yeah, final quarter was definitely really strong. I think what we talked about before the game is we were probably going to have a lot of the time without the ball today, and we would have to suffer a little bit and work hard. But then when we have the ball, just be sensible with it and smart and use it. And I felt like we did that, and in the last quarter the balance between the teams felt a lot closer. But you know, we've got to just take that into the next game now.
Yeah, I mean, that was going to be my next question. What can you take from this game, playing an opposition like Liverpool?
We just want to play teams like Liverpool all the time. We want to stay in this division and keep playing teams like Liverpool because it helps us improve. We always up our game. The trick is now to go in next week. You know, we're playing York. Is actually just play like this because, you know, that's you know, then we can start to build something. But yeah, I just think there's loads we can take from today. We were losing. I don't think we won a draw in the first half, and then Abby played brilliantly in the second half. Start to win some draw, and then you get the possession. And like I said, if you can be smart with the ball, make them do some defending. You know, that's where we want to be as a team. So.
Yeah, perfect. That's been the MMU team, Abby Littlejohns and Jamie Nicholson.
Thanks.
Okay, we're clear?
Sorry, I was like, I didn't know whether to say it or not.
Can we know what you
Yeah, alright. So, just for what's your names?
Ella
Dimbler and Kira Waite, right, okay. So I'm just going to ask, like, what your thoughts are on the game. And how many goals did you score?
No.
You don't know?
Do we know?
So many. No, we don't know. We don't know, so that was going to be one of my questions.
Count. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's at 29. 1, 6, 7, 8.
Just counting up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a nice piece of live action. Nobody's actually knows. We've just been counting them up now. How many is it?
8.
Pretty good. How many points is that in total? Is that 8?
Yeah, it's 8.
Yeah, it's one a goal, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell I don't know. That's why I bring him to him. Right.
Right, so it's
quiet, please.
Ella Dimbolo
Yeah.
and
Kira Waite.
Kira Waite, right, okay.
Okay. So we will start in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Now I'm joined by the Liverpool team with Ella Dimbolo and Kira Waite. What are your thoughts on the game today?
I thought we played really well as a team. MMU they had a strong defence, so we had to work our way around to get goals.
Yeah, our focus recently has been on our attack shape, and I thought we did that really well today on our mid transitions because they've got a very fast team. Trying to match that and also get our fast breaks in. They put up a big challenge, but I think we did quite well today.
Yeah, so Ella, you managed to score 8 goals today. You seem to be on fire out there. Was there any reason for that, or were you just feeling it?
I think I was just feeling it today, yeah.
Well, she's like our star player. She normally gets more than that, to be fair. She was on fire, though. Like, if you have the sounds on the recording, like, those top corners, she played amazing.
Yeah, no, we could definitely tell that. When you got into the game, it was just every attack you scored, and you actually scored within the first 15 seconds of the game. Is that something that you've done in training, where it's like straight away attack?
Not really. I think we have a good quick transition off the draw, so...
Yeah, is there anything you can take away from this MMU game that will allow you to maybe improve your game?
A big thing, like defence. We're strong as defence, but we need to be switched on a bit more because our next game's going to be quite tough. So it was good practice for us to keep tight, but I think we need to be a bit...
Yeah, perfect. That was the Liverpool first team. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Well done, Benji. Excellent, well informed.
Real pressure on you here. Having the opposite shape in the background.
Send me those pictures there, just check. And then I'll do the phone. So if you get weird messages at 3 in the morning, it's not me.
Why do we look so awkward?
Because you were awkward.
Yeah.
What's the number?
07.
That's a classic when you come what do I do with my hands? Like that. Round the front, no too much. Round the back, no too much.
I'll work it out today.
Well done, guys. Thanks very much for that.
Thank you very much, and carry on playing well.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Cheers. Good safe trip home. Thank you very much for coming in and being interviewed. Oh, sorry, this green book.
Cheers, guys. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Let's talk a lot.
Yeah, send me a message.
You know, and what I've so much bigger.
Are you a first year?
Are you?
You're not doing jokes, are you? Oh, what, just normal jokes?
You must be with my lecture. I'm not on sports. I'm on audio visual. But I'm in your lecture. It's going to be you soon.